Sure.
Here we are. Wow. It's so good to be here. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. And it's been a while since I've been here because of COVID and everything. But you've been working hard developing this amazing site at the heart of the community. So Trinity, are you going to show me around and tell me all that's been happening here?
Definitely, definitely. I don't know, where do we start?
Well, this is really interesting. This is this was a shipping container, but I see you're developing it into something more interesting.
Yep, this is going to be our cafe. It's going to be called era92 Cafe.
Cafe,
and
yeah.
The idea behind the cafe is that we train a lot of women in catering and bakery, and this cafe is going to be a place where they can come, get employment, serve the community. The money, that we get from the cafe will be helping the programs you have at Us for Women and Elevate.
Wow.
But also the further developments we have at the center, we have a lot of people coming here to wash cars, the era92 teams. It's a good place for them to have, grab a cup of coffee, have a meeting, and bring together the community. So that's the idea. That's
amazing. So I can imagine getting an Americano here in a few months. And you're going to show me inside? So you've been working hard and transforming it. So will this be a place to sit and have your coffee?
Yes, so we are going to have a long, these chairs on the wall. And then we'll have some tables around here, and then you have some pushing, and then you have some lights.
Lovely.
So this is our small kitchen.
So this is where they'll be preparing food, and they will serve stuff here. Yes, okay. Era92 Cafe. Anyone like a cappuccino?
You come over here.
Wow. And I suppose then you're right on the main road here, and people coming to the car wash, you're going to show me in a minute, and people coming to activities, they'll be able to come here for their coffee. Yeah.
See, we're starting to do our forest here.
It's green. Nice. I like the way you've the foliage and these nice covered seating area.
We have another thing on top of this.
Another floor?
Yes, on top of this.
Wow.
Yeah, so people will have to sit up.
Yeah. That would be quite a spectacle when you're coming down the road to see this really cool place. So you can see Kosovo from here.
You can see Kosovo from here.
Ah, wow. Amazing. This is fantastic.
So, this is the home of social enterprises.
Well, the home. So, what else? What's next? I hear the car wash.
Right here, many cars. This is the car wash.
Yeah.
Era92 car wash. And era92 car wash specifically employs young people from the slums. And these are young people that transition from drugs, homelessness, and drug addiction. So we get them here, they start washing cars because it's easy, we train them.
Yeah.
But the unique thing about the project is that they get to have 2 hours in studying at Elevate. So by the end of the year, they have a skill that is more important than washing cars.
Yes. The leader of the crew. Yeah.
Young people here make at an average of $10 to $15 a day. She's the manager.
Hello.
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Tony.
You're Anthony. I'm Samantha.
Samantha, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So you manage the whole project here?
Car wash.
Yes.
Everything is going smoothly. Customers are coming. We are providing them good services.
Yes. What is this I see? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
What is this? And look at the...
So this is
era92 Safari.
era92 Safari. Another social enterprise. It's 2 months old. And the idea behind it, we are trying to revolutionize the tourism industry by doing one thing, by making sure that it becomes more impactful to our environment, but also our society. So how we do it is that everyone that tours with us or comes on a safari with us, they get to choose a project that is sustainable in the community.
Yeah.
That the profits that comes from their trip
Yeah.
go towards too.
Wow.
So you do not just come and see the animals and see the beauty of the country,
Yeah.
but you get to leave an impact through
That's amazing.
the money that you've left behind. So that's it. We have had like 2 trips so far.
Yes.
Last week, but we are gonna have some city tours with Tony Macaulay, and we have some people that have booked up for the
Wow.
later in the year. So we are excited,
I look forward to that.
and we are also training young people from the slums to become tour guides.
Ah, brilliant.
Yes,
So you pull it all together.
Yes.
That's amazing. So you can come and see the Pearl of Africa.
Yes.
You can come and see the mountain gorillas.
Exactly.
You can see the culture,
Yes.
the history of Uganda.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you know, your holiday is supporting wonderful projects with young people in the slum.
Yeah, and the unique thing about it, it doesn't stop to our projects alone.
Oh,
You
yeah?
can choose a project for the disabled.
Oh, any
children,
project,
any
yeah.
project. So your project sign up to our website.
Ah,
and then
brilliant.
we do due diligence on them to see their proper governance and stuff like that, and then we put them on the web. On the
Wonderful.
list. Yes.
So you choose a project that's close to your heart
To your
personally.
heart, that close to your
And
heart.
then that your era92 safari also helps something that's close to your heart.
Exactly.
That sounds like the perfect holiday to me.
Yeah.
And I also think the color of the van is so cool.
Yeah. It was designed by era92.
Of course, era92 Creative Strikes Again. And
Yeah.
this is amazing how you got this made.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Wonderful. So, and this is the rest of the site
Yeah.
that
yeah.
I just imagine there are plans for this.
Yes, definitely.
I remember one day you
Yeah.
called me on WhatsApp video
Yeah.
and you walked around this site
Yes.
and there was nothing here really much.
Yeah.
So it's amazing to see how much you've achieved in 1 year. So what's coming next?
Yeah.
Well, because you have a lot of space here, haven't you?
What is coming up here is a community innovation hub. We haven't found out the entire name for it, but the idea behind it is the community innovation hub. What we want to do is that brilliance is equally distributed, but the opportunity is not. So we are bringing the opportunity of innovation, enterprise, opportunity, skills, funding to the slums.
Yeah.
So that the young people who come from our Elevate programs, the women, can access funding through our bank, which is sitting on this property. They can access marketing, creative through era92 Creative.
I can see the progression.
The progression is like that. And
Yes.
the reason why it's like that is because what we are doing, the jobs we've created as era92 Creative, there are
Yes.
a lot of jobs, about 50 jobs right now.
Yes.
But that's like one drop in the ocean according to the jobs that we need in Africa.
Yes.
So the idea of betting on other entrepreneurs and social innovators
Yes.
is to scale up the production of jobs.
Yes.
If we bet on more young entrepreneurs, then the rest is history.
Yes.
The jobs we need.
I can see that, yeah. So inside then is the office, the main office?
Yeah, it's the ignition of everything is there too. Because the story goes like, I started with what I knew.
Yes.
I've already started with this. I started with, helping young people learn website development and stuff like that, but also train and employ them.
Yeah.
So we started out with that, and that has helped us build all the things that you've seen.
Yes.
We wouldn't have done it without era92 Creative.
Yeah. So this is how it all began, really. Well, I remember the last time I was here, you had a small number of people working for you.
And now,
I hear there are lots of voices in here now. It's a really cool space as well, of course. Perfectly designed.
I still era92 Creative.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is our production.
Yes.
People here are designing websites for companies like Tony Macaulay,
Yes.
Macaulay Associates.
Like Tony Macaulay author.com.
What are they?
Designed here.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Cynthia,
Hello. Hi, Cynthia.
she's the new project manager.
Ah, this is a little studio.
Yeah, the studio for our podcast.
Ah, this is where you record your podcasts.
For podcast. just come last year. It's making 1 year now.
Just 1 year it's developed into this, yeah? Mm-hmm.
We came in here in May last year.
Wow,
Yes.
yes.
So right now I want to show you another social enterprise.
Yes?
Another
social enterprise. Okay.
Yeah, so this is it.
Yeah.
And the ladies here are working tirelessly to democratize access
Hello.
to capital.
Hi.
So the vision here is to democratize access to capital.
Yeah, that's the vision.
It's accessible to even the people under the lowest spectrum.
Yes.
And that's the women and the young people. The banks here can't give loans to the youth.
Right.
Yeah, but through a vigorous, process of those young people that we've seen, develop something, then they become eligible through our trainings to access Young Mula. An asset financing program.
Yes.
Where a young person can access a tool,
Yes.
like camera, salon materials to start a business. We don't give them cash.
Right.
We buy it for
Oh,
them
you buy the
because-
equipment for
Yeah,
them?
we buy the equipment so that they can use it. The
Very
only
good,
ones
very
that
good.
we give loans are the Ask for Women.
Yes.
This is a program for our foundation, Needed Ones,
Yes.
and we basically provide low interest loans
Yes.
to women from the slums and the refugee settlements.
Very good.
So that's it. And the fund is having at least over 1,000 clients right now.
1,000 clients
Yes.
in a year.
In a year.
Wow.
So right now we've finalized the simple tour around. This is the new property, as you know,
Yes.
but we have an old property there, like a center that we are working at, which is the era92 Elevate and 91s. Down there, you're going to be able to see the programs of the young people, the social innovation campaign that is running right now. You're gonna be able to see the women and stuff like that. Yeah, so this entire thing has grown up to change so many lives and impact so many young people and women. So we are really super excited. Thanks for coming.
Okay, it's a privilege to be here, and I look forward to going down and seeing what they're doing here today, and also meeting people from each of the projects and finding out in a little bit more depth what's happening with each of them each day that I'm here.
Exactly.
We are global citizens. We are change makers. We are creatives. And so we dream, believe, achieve.
Well, as you can see, this is an amazing project. This is era92 Elevate, and it's a social innovation challenge that's happening here this week. And as you can see, there's an amazing group of young people coming up with lots of enthusiasm and ideas of how they want to have an impact and make social change in this local community. It's really very exciting. I'm looking forward to meeting with them. You can feel the excitement and the motivation. It's really exciting. And what do you think young people here are learning today, Roger? What's the impact on them?
So the first impact we are looking at is really mindset, because the first core thing is the mindset. How do we impact them in terms of thinking of the problems to be business and solutions that can be a long-term sustainability rather than just a problem that they look at and say, oh, we need help. So we are saying the problem exists, but the mindset should be, let me create a solution that can be a long-term kind of solution and that can help me make money, but also impact the community. Yeah.
Great. Because it's always amazing to see young people like this being empowered, being encouraged and being supported to develop their skills. Because if you look around you and you see all these young people, so much potential creativity, so much talent and so many gifts, and this is an opportunity for them to develop those gifts and develop their ideas and to come up with projects that are good business, which is really important for them in their lives and in their careers, but also that has social impact, which is really important, particularly in a community like this, a community of Kosovo where there's a lot of poverty, and it's very much an underserved community.
Using them, for example, if we teach them in schools, we give them the opportunity to expose them on what they have done, what they have learned, and how to do it.
I've just met you for the first time, and I can tell you're very bright. You're a very bright guy, and it's amazing that you've had the opportunity here to develop your talents and your skills here. It's amazing to see what you're doing.
Thank you. I really appreciate your kindness, and I really appreciate those comments.
Okay, thanks for talking to me and telling me about the Students' Parliament Fraternity.
Yes.
Very good.
Welcome. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
So that's just an example. Well, the two examples. One is an example of a really good project of what's happening here today. You can see how they've worked through the social challenge, the issue, and how they're trying to innovate. And then we also got to meet, a brilliant young person who grew up in Kosovo, but as a result of Elevate has had an opportunity to develop and grow and learn, and also to contribute, because now today he's facilitating this process, helping other young people as well. It's really inspiring to see this. I'm really impressed hearing some of these amazing ideas being developed. So are you going to show me the work of Us for Women? Yeah. Okay. So this is really amazing project called Us for Women, which supports women from the Kosovo slum to develop skills and small businesses so that they can earn a living for themselves and their families.
So right now they're doing great.
Yes.
What they're doing.
Wow.
Before they were able to do the cornrows like these.
Ah, yes.
They're natural hair.
Yes.
But now they're adding on extensions.
Uh-huh.
So every week they learn a new style. They can also style different hairstyles.
Yes.
Without braids, with the natural hair.
Yes.
So yeah.
Wow.
Class for hairdressing.
It's a real work of art, a real skill. Yeah.
It's nice. Because then when they need to go to the salon anymore, they braid themselves.
Ah.
You come here, they braid yourself.
Yes.
And then you just have to go home looking good.
Good.
They also come with clients some days.
Yes.
Once in a while.
So I've just been reflecting on my first day here at era92 in Kampala, and there are two things that come to mind from my experience of the first day. The first one is that this is an incredible story. I'm a writer, I love stories, I love a good story, and I think this is an amazing story that's developing here. From Trinity's own personal story, from the time he was a little boy growing up in Kosovo himself, to what he started to develop some years ago. And then I think of the chapter of that story when I met him 4 years ago, where he had already started to develop era92 Creative, and he was already involved in 92 Hands, founding that charity as well. And then the chapter that has happened since then, and coming back here today after not having been here for a couple of years, it's just amazing to see what's developed and how it has grown, and how he's creating this ecosystem of different social enterprises, all with the same aim of having an impact on the local community. And of course, as I've met people here today, the young people, the women, the staff team, I see the impact. I know that what is happening here, I know that the strategy works. So that's been amazing. So reflecting on today, I think about the next chapter. I think we're only at the start of the book. I think there are lots more chapters to come here, and I think it's going to be amazing what happens in the future, and I feel privileged to be a part of it. And the second reflection of today is around something that Trinity often says when he talks about young people in Kosovo. He says that brilliance is equally distributed, but opportunity is not. And today I saw that. I really believe that in my own experience of life as well, in different communities around the world. But today when I met Arnold, who had been through the Elevate program, to me, he was the perfect example of that. It was obvious that he's a brilliant young man, he's smart and talented, and growing up in Kosovo, he didn't have the opportunities to develop his gifts, but he told me his story of how he came to Elevate. He got inspired, he got the opportunity, and then seeing him in action today, leading a group of young people and being so articulate and enthusiastic and motivated about what he was doing, it was just the perfect example of that talent that's equally distributed, being given an opportunity and seeing what he can do with that, and how people like Arnold and the other young people I met today are really creating a really positive, exciting future for themselves as a result of the support that they've got through era92. Yeah, it's been a good day. It's been really inspiring, and I look forward to the next few days where I get to visit each of the projects and talk to each of the projects in a little bit more depth and find out more about them. Can't wait. So in the next few days, I'll be visiting the young people in the Social Innovation Challenge again, and I'll be really interesting to see the projects they come up with. And also I'm looking forward to getting a little taste of era92 Safari by having a local tour around Kampala. This is my third visit to Uganda, but it's the first time I will have had a tour of this kind around the city, and I'm really looking forward to that as well. So I hope by seeing me visit all these projects and hearing all about it, that you might be inspired to come here and see it too. I think the best way of really understanding it is to come and see it for yourself. So stay tuned over the next few days for the next exciting chapter.